Okay, so we're here once again in Mining Simulator 2, and it is time for that type of video once again. Can free-to-play players get 80,000 mining power within the game? So as of right now, the best block in the game, the highest block or the most difficult block to break, I guess you could say, is 80,000 right at the bottom of the New Atlantis world with this 80,000 sea stone. And usually when it comes to mining simulator, you want to be able to insta-mine every single block in the game. So yeah, basically what we're going to go over right now in this game is, as you can see, even right now we're doing pretty slow. That is painfully slow, wow. Anyway, basically we're going to go over, can free-to-play players get 80,000 mining power within the game? So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So for any pay-to-win players, it's fairly easy to get 80,000, it's fairly easy to get above 100,000 as well. However, for free-to-play players, it's a lot more difficult for a couple reasons. So in the game right now, there's stronger pickaxe, which makes pay-to-win players a lot more stronger. More pets as well also really helps as well. So yeah, basically, whilst I do have both of these game passes, we will also be taking it into account. So I'm only going to be equipping the maximum 5 pets that free-to-play players can get, and I will also be using a weaker pickaxe just to kind of give a proper estimate instead of actually just using the best. So yeah, so the pickaxe that we will be using right now in this video will be the Chaos Bringer. Now, I do believe the best pickaxe in the game is either that kind of like the sugars, I think it's called the sugar scoops or something, the ice cream scoop thing in here, sweet scoops, sorry. I believe this might be the strongest pickaxe in the game, or it's either that one or this shell saber. However, we will be using the Chaos Bringer just kind of like as the little sort of middle ground, just to kind of take off any of that ×2 stuff that we'll be getting. So yeah, right now we're up to 4,125 mining power, which should be kind of more or less the maximum mining power that a free-to-play player should be able to get from any of these stronger pickaxes. So yeah, that's just kind of what we're going to use right now. And then we also need to move on to the pets as well. So the pets are always the main part of any mining power. They're the reason why you get any mining power, any coins multiplier. Otherwise, you're going to be really low down in the game, basically. So yeah, right now we're up to 4,000 mining power. And basically what we need to do is go through some pets and see just kind of what sort of mining power you can roughly get. So we do have some of these normal sea monsters here right now. They aren't maxed out, so they will be a little bit weaker than usual. However, we can go ahead and equip all 5 of these, just so then we have a full team of sea monsters. Now these are indeed the tier 3 from the new royalty egg up here, so it's not exactly going to be the easiest thing to do. However, it is still definitely possible. You just need to put in a little bit of time. Obviously now we do have the double hatch enchant from the gem enchant, so it should be a little bit easier than usual. So that's always a good thing, and already that's actually brought us up to 37,000 mining power, and none of these are actually even maxed out. This is currently up to 7.44 thousand, and the normal version, level 0, are up to 6.15 thousand. So honestly, already that's pretty good. We basically 3 hitting the bottom block now, I believe. So let's just quickly go down to the City of Gold and just quickly look. So as you can see now, it's 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, it takes about 3 hits, and as you can see already, just because we've leveled them up, we're actually now over 40,000 mining power. So yeah, if you do actually level these up to just somewhere normal, as you can see, these are up to level 13 and 12. So yeah, 5 sea monsters does actually let you double hit the new 80,000 block down there. However, we want to be able to insta-mine it for the best possible results, so we need to get rid of all these sea monsters and then move on to something a little bit better. So honestly, I'm not actually too sure if these are better. As you can see, we do have some of these sea hybrids in here right now. We'll go ahead and equip all of these as well. I'm pretty sure that's only 4 of them. So we will compensate and add in another sea monster as well. The sea monster is actually a little bit better maxed out, but as you can see right there, that brings us up to 45,000 mining power. So actually it means that the sea hybrid isn't really that good, but it is still going to be pretty good for those who do actually hatch quite a lot. I feel like the sea hybrid is going to be a lot easier to hatch than the sea monster, so this team is probably a little bit more realistic for what you might see, and that does also allow you to double hit that 80,000 block, but it's still not quite good enough. So right now we're really going to be moving on to some of the harder things. Now one thing I want to do as well before we move on is equip the Cosmic Tear. It is pretty much fairly easy to get this Cosmic Tear, I would say. I feel like most players would have this by now anyways, and that does bring us up to up to 5,000 mining power without any pets equipped. However, for those free-to-play players who are the extreme grinders, you do not give up hatching no matter what, and honestly you just hatch. Even if you get all the worst stuff, you're probably going to be getting a couple of shiny sea monsters. So we do actually have 5 of these maxed out, which could go across the whole team. However, if we are being a little bit more realistic, for a free-to-play player, you might at this point maybe have 2 shiny sea monsters, which is going to be pretty good. And you may also have some of these shiny sea hybrids as well, like so. So let's just go ahead and equip 3 of these, and that right there will actually bring you up to 60,000 mining power, which honestly is pretty good. Again, you are going to be 2 hitting that block, but we're only 20,000 mining power away now. So maybe we have to get rid of one of these seaweed hybrids, and maybe you might have actually hatched another sea monster. That brings up to 68,000. Get rid of another one, add another sea monster on there, 75,000. It's getting seriously close. Get rid of that sea hybrid, get another sea monster on, and yes, it does actually seem possible to get this 80,000 mining power in the game, but you do have to do a ton of grinding to get all of these shiny sea monsters. Now honestly, from personal experience, I wouldn't say that these are the best pets that you can actually get right now. If you are really good at the game and you have done a lot of hatching, maybe you've done quite a bit of trading as well, you might get some of these shiny shattered souls. So maybe one of those could go on your team as well, like so, which will actually bring your mining power up a little bit more. Maybe then we can actually go down on a pickaxe as well, down to the lightning hammer, and still have enough. So is 80,000 mining power possible for a free-to-play player? It definitely is. However, you do need to be quite a good grinder in the game. You need to be hatching a lot. Maybe you might even need to get an alt account just to get enough sea monsters. So basically, to get a really good team, you're going to need at least 20 sea monsters hatched, which will be quite difficult. However, if you do have that double egg enchant going on, as well as all a boost going on as well for quite a little bit, it's going to be fairly possible to actually get above 80,000 mining power. So yeah, is 80,000 mining power possible? Definitely. And yeah, hopefully this has helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.